Hello, Stellar people, and welcome to today's video, where this is how we end. Beautiful Beast Kiss Digital. But every story needs a beginning, so let's talk about that beginning. In the beginning, I wanted to learn how to digital paint. No, I've always wanted to learn how to digital paint. And so I thought, hey, it's February, a short month. Let's try to do 1 hour every day to try to get better with digital painting. And so I'm using Beautiful Beast Kiss, which I am showing here, to just do 1 hour a day, trying different inking, different coloring systems to try to figure out what the heck I am doing. Because I'm kind of lacking at this. But we all got to start somewhere. So let's start somewhere. And this is where we start. Here I've made a page of thumbnails of action poses for Beautiful Beast Kiss. And I'm going to be taking from these every day to try to get better with digital art. So I have various poses, standing, action, being, incredibly cool in my mind. And we're going to take these small thumbnails and cut them up, blow them up, and draw on top to hopefully make something that I don't find embarrassing. So let's get into it. Let's start off. I am using a G pen for the inking the outlines, and I'm using the inks because I tend to noodle when I doodle with pencil. And the idea for me is I just want to go fast, don't think too much, just go in, get the image down, and then we're going to start painting. All right, I have my little Wacom tablet that I got from a friend of mine like years ago because he wanted a bigger. Yeah, I have a small little Wacom and I'm drawing on that while looking at my screen. And we're just gonna go in. Gonna get this done. We're gonna go and be as speedy and efficient as possible because I'm trying to get it down in under an hour. An hour, I hope, is my deadline, but the hardest part is starting. So I set the timer, I put my headphones on, I got my lo-fi beats in the background, and we just paint. Well, sketch right now, but you get the idea. Now I guess I should explain this character for you. This is Beautiful Beast Kiss, a character that I doodle, I think, the most often of all my original created characters. She started off as a painting of a herald of a tiger with wings. That is my herald that represents the sun. And this is a characterization of her. And I love it. She's great. So I draw her a lot. But I'm going to use this because I know what she kind of looks like to do this monthly experiment where I just, draw her a lot. And I'm getting better with, her look and how to digital paint, draw at the same time. And I think my issue is I do most of my stuff physical pencils, physical paper, and I've gotten pretty good with that. I'm always learning, but digital has been whooping me for years. And I was like, you know what, if you're gonna do it, just do it. Let's just go. It's a short month. Let's see what you can do in a month. Hopefully you'll get better and not be, I guess the word is scared. Yeah. guess, when you don't know what you're doing, you think of all the bad things. You know, you know, you're, and then you start to think, oh, if I'm going to be bad at it, why am I going to do it? So I thought, just don't think, just sit down for an hour and paint. And regardless of what the end outcome is, at least, you did it for an hour. So that was the philosophy. And here we are. And this is, I guess, day 8, 9. But we'll see what we can do in this month. So I'm just going in pretty broadly with my sketch drawing ink thing. And I have pretty much the idea of, using the blown up thumbnail as a guide just to figure out where you're going to go with this. I always change things usually in the process. Sometimes I come up with ideas as I draw, but it's a good guide. And just get that sketch down. And I think this is a pretty good sketch. Well, all things considered. It's loose, but it has all the information that I pretty much want. Now, in this drawing process, I find that corrections and detailing looks like, I think, the most time. Usually I can get an image down pretty quickly when I just have a vague idea, but finding out the details usually takes quite some time, or more than I usually think. And now her doing her clothing. She has athletic sportswear, because in my mind she's a fighter, and she has her little flame fist. She is actually a holdover from an older story I had in mind, where she was a genetic construct made for combat, and she's part tiger, part fantastic eagle or something, because she has the wings, and so she can fly and jump really high. And I somehow added, she's now a dimensional teleportation, or dimensional, she can leap through dimensions and go to other dimensions, which for me, I was going to use as a device to mimic other artist styles that I like Mike Magnola, where she jumps through a portal to, Hellboy's dimension, and here's an image of her looking in that style. And I always thought that was kind of cool. And that just became its own thing with her. So on her left arm, she has a crystal jump through portals. And this is what I do all day. I just think of weird stories that, But anyways, right now I'm starting the color process. And just this week, I learned how to mask off the character from the background and paint it. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And so I'm doing it here, where I've masked off because before I was just doing a trying to paint under the lines, but things would bleed out and I'd have to erase those areas. And my gosh, it was a pain in the butt. So learning this was fantastic. And now I've just been doing it like all the time. And that's part of the fun part of this process. You know, you learn something and you apply it and you're like, this is so much better. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing here. Now I think I'm doing the hair. She's she has she's a tiger girl, so of course she's orange with stripes. Her hair is a red hair, and her athletic gear is bluish purple, and she has green as her signature color. But I have the color swatch, color testing dabs that I have on the upper left, and that's what I will be taking from to using the ink drop to color it. And I have found in this short time, right, this short week that well, maybe more than a week that I've been doing this, that drawing is the hardest part, or takes me the longest because I'm thinking. But the coloring is what I find relaxing. When I don't know, I maybe I tense up when I draw, but well, I guess it's true when I paint too. Huh, I never thought about it. Anyways, I just learned something. I just learned something, and I and now I'm putting on her stripes. So I think in digital painting, I take some of the things that I've learned from watercolor, which is, you know, you do the base colors and then you build up on top of those base colors. So that's why I put the whole thing as orange, and then, you know, worked out the smaller bits from that base orange color. And her flaming fist, because of course she is the sun herald. Because, you know, why am I explaining this to you guys? You guys don't care, right? And eyes, of course, are really important. So eyes, teeth, and there we have it. I think just a little short, hour-long digital test, digital experiments. That's what I'm doing this month to try to get better, because we can all learn something. And I learned a few things in just this short time. This short week has taught me some things, and I like that. So I will continue on my journey. I will continue on my journey to be a better artist through learning digital art. So I hope you enjoyed this short little demo on my experiments. And I hope you have a wonderful day and keep shining.